YouTube, it's your boy Dolo, back with another video. Today, we're gonna be tuning the G80. Let's hop in and go to A&A Performance. All right, man, I did make it to the first essential stop of the day. Gotta run in here and get some coffee real quick, man, before we get the day started. Let me give y'all one good look at the G80. Oh, man. Oh, man. This thing's about to be a whole lot faster. Hold on, bro. Let me get this coffee. All right, man. So let's talk a little bit about what we are doing today. So we're headed down to A&A Performance. We're gonna be tuning the G80. We got one other mod that's gonna go on here that I wanted to do for a long time. It is a performance mod. I'm not gonna say what it is, man, because I'm already about to drop everything I'm doing on you guys. So there's gotta be at least like one little surprise on what the other mod is, right? But we are gonna be doing a JB4. I've thought long and hard about this. I've had this car for a year and a half now, so I've had plenty of time to think about how I wanted to add power to it, how much power I wanted to have, and I've just decided that JB4 is the way to go for me, man. For those of you guys who own 2020 plus BMWs, B58, S58, S63, whatever the case may be, y'all know that tuning these cars, I mean, it requires quite a bit, man. You gotta take the ECU out of the car, ship it to Finland. A few days ago, we just had some weird stuff going on in the community where Keys Motorsports said that they were doing USA DME unlocks, and then another company came out and like they're not in the US, but they said they were gonna do it for way cheaper, like $200. So then Keys Motorsports took the entire service away, which is really weird, but I don't know. Right now, after having sold the E92, this is my only car, so I don't have time for my car to be sitting at the shop for a week with the DME taken out of it, you know, risking it getting damaged and shipping, all the rest of that stuff. The other thing, man, is like going with an unlock, you certainly get the ability to make more power, right? Like, you can unlock your DME, tune with MHD, boot mode, whatever the case is. You can make 700 wheel. You can make even more than that depending on the mods that you're looking to do. You know, if you're upgrading turbos, doing port injection, all sorts of other stuff, you can make way more power than what's possible on a JB4. I'm well aware of that. But for what I'm doing, which is one modification and potentially mixing in some E85, I mean, we're gonna be making 600 wheel on 93 with the other mod that I'm doing, and when you throw E30 into the mix, I mean, we're talking 620, 630 wheel with a ton of torque. If I was to do the same setup with MHD or boot mode, I would probably be making 650 wheel, which to me, you know, the 3 times the price point plus the downtime on my car is just not worth it, right? Because I'd have to spend, like, for this JB4, I think it was like $700, and it's like $100 for the shop to install it, versus unlocking my DME, it's gonna be like $1,500, and then another like $500 or $500 to $600 for tuning, right? And then the off-the-shelf maps, you always want to go custom, get custom tuned, stuff like that. So realistically, I mean, we're talking about $2,200, $2,300 to unlock my DME versus $800 with the JB4 tune, and I mean, it's a 20 horsepower difference, right? So that's my justification for it. I think it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. The other thing about JB4 is as you add different mods to your vehicle, the tune is able to like automatically adjust for it. So later down the road, if we end up doing downpipes, if we do add port injection, even if we end up unlocking the car, we can even use JB4 like with the back end flash with MHD and make great power that way. So I think there's a ton of benefits to it. I think the price point is far superior, and I think that for the power levels that I'm gonna be at, you guys gotta think, man, I've been driving this car stock for a year and a half, and I've been more than satisfied with the power, right? After having had a 300 horsepower Porsche before this. So I think that 620 wheel is gonna be more than enough for me, but we'll see. All right, man, we're about to turn into A&A Performance. I love this shop, man. For the longest time, there was a couple people that I let work on my cars, and ever since I met Alex and his team at A&A Performance, there has not been a single soul that has been allowed to work on any of my cars, man. These people, they do things right the first time. I've never had an issue. They always take great care of me. I'm gonna let this truck go by first, because the one thing I will say about Alex is his shop has definitely got a steep incline for me to get in. Oh, all right, let's get it. Look at all these BMWs, man. This is when you know you're in the right place, man. When you see nothing but other BMWs, and cool looking ones at that. All right, man, let's take a look at some of the cars that we got here before we get started. So that's my favorite thing about coming here. Ever since they were at the old shop, I always like looking at the cars. But you know you're in the right place when the first thing that you see is an F80 converted wagon. It doesn't look like it's all the way converted. We still got the F30 seats, but wheels, fenders, I don't know what's under the hood, but it definitely looks good. We got my favorite F31 in the entire world. This is a diesel, 328 diesel, and the owner is super chill guy. F80, I think those are chrome or silver apexes. This thing is low, man. Look at that. Yeah, bro. Interior on this F80 is sick. Red guts. Cage, fire extinguisher. This thing is beautiful. I've been liking the F80 no wing look lately too. I think it looks sick. We got the M2. I think this is an OG M2. Yeah, it is. You can tell by the seats. N55. A lot of people sleep on these, man, but the N55 M2 is actually one of the best M cars ever made. I'm telling you guys, if you're looking for an M car and you want to spend 30 to 40 grand, look into the N55 M2. It is an amazing platform. F30 carbon hood, looks good. F90, those of y'all who know me know how much I love these. I had one of these for about a year. One of the best cars I've ever owned, man. Absolutely amazing vehicle. We got another F30 with another carbon hood on some more apexes. Those three things just go together: BMW, carbon fiber, apex wheels. Like that's the combination, man. Beautiful. It's got the stud conversion on it too. Another F30. And then we got the FRZ 8.6. Yeah, man. Being here is like being in BMW heaven, because you see all the most beautiful cars. Some of the fastest cars in Georgia come out of this shop right here. The fastest BMWs, man. Matte F80 on HREs. Beautiful car. This is another car that's slept on, in my opinion, the F10 M5. People knock these because of the reliability, but I actually really like these cars. So it's got very visceral speed. Like, you get almost similar power to an F90, except this thing is rear wheel drive and it feels a lot heavier. I think it actually is like about the same weight as an F90, but like the way that the chassis is just makes it feel so sturdy. But driving these, man, these cars feel just wicked. Like, they're low-key a little bit scary to drive, especially if you're making more than stock power. And I think that adds to the fun of owning one. E36. For those of you guys who don't know, which I don't think any of y'all know, but the E36 is my favorite old BMW. I don't know, it's hard to say, but this is my favorite old BMW chassis. So anything, if we're talking E30, E36, E46, anything prior to the E9X, this is my favorite chassis. You guys may see me get another one of these in the future, because I had an E36 M3, but I basically quit on the project before I even like started doing anything that I wanted to do to it. So getting another E36 would actually be like a pretty cool move, man, because I need like a cheap daily that I could thrash on, and I'd love to have an E36. I just think they're They're super fun cars. They handle amazing. They're lightweight. The parts are still available all over the place. And there's a ton of mods that you can do. We got the X5M, and then the Interlagos Blue E92 M3. Just to give you guys a quick rundown again of what we're going to be doing. We got JB4 going on the G80. I'm actually in a really good position because I'm almost out of gas, which means if I want to, we might be able to go ahead and pump some E85 today and show you guys what the power is going to be like on this thing. But we got JB4 and one other mod going on the G80. Leave it in the comments what you think it is before it gets installed. I mean, it's a very common mod, but very important mod to me. All right, man, we did make it to the back of the shop. Pulling in right now. We're about to get to work. All right, man. Big thanks to these guys for letting me walk around in the back of the shop, but we got the JB4 right here. I don't know if you guys can tell what the other mod is yet, just from looking at it, but here it is right here. All this stuff's about to go on the car. Man, I'm so excited. You know you're in the right place, man, when you see S58s just casually sitting outside of the car. Man, these guys do such good work here. E39 M5. This is Alex's car. This is some real fast guy stuff, bro. Some real fast guy stuff. See what else they got in the back, man. Another amazing F80. Bro, these cars are so beautiful. Like, every one that I see that's modified correctly, it just looks so good, man. Like, look at this. You can't go wrong with an F80, man. You really can't. If you're trying to decide between F80 and G80, there's no wrong decision. Just pick whichever one you like better. I love E92 so much, man. People say that the G80 front bumper is ugly. Oh, what do you guys think about no bumper? Do you think it's ugly with the bumper? Look at it without. Oh my god. Every time I see my car without a bumper, it just makes me feel like it's totaled. For any of you guys who are wondering why it's so expensive to work on BMWs, look at all of the stuff that he had to take off just to do a set of intakes. Like the entire front end of the car, the oil cooler guard, all these little trim pieces, all this stuff had to come off just to put these intakes on the car. So 9 times out of 10, whenever you're doing anything to these cars, the majority of what you're gonna pay to do it is going to be labor. We got more fender liners and stuff over here. Everything had to come off the car. But if you guys can't tell by now, we are doing front mount intakes. You definitely don't need to take the front bumper off to do a JB4. So that is the other mod for those of you guys who are wondering. Let's get a good look at it, man. No front bumper. We got a ton of leaves down here. Let me clean these out, bro. Oh my god. I don't want to disrespect Alex's shop floor like that, but yeah, man, we got the intakes out. You can see where I spilled a little bit of coolant. But yeah, it took us I think about an hour and a half just to deconstruct this whole thing to put the intakes on. So you're definitely gonna be paying for labor if you want to do this job. But car is in good shape, man. Brakes are good. Everything else is good. I'm super excited to get this work done, but I'm gonna let the man work, leave him to it. I just snuck into this little back room. We got this really nice E90 M3. More apexes, as you can see. I love these cars, man. Everyone always wants E92, but this sedan, man, it just looks so good. E36 is absolutely mint. Sheesh. So far, we got the JB4 installed on the car. I think he's putting in the wireless adapter right now, so that way I can control everything from my phone. And then after that, we should be moving on to the intakes. We got a quick oil change just to make sure we're on top of everything, of course. And then we'll be on the road, man. We can finally give you guys some pulls. It is a little bit wet outside, so hopefully by the time we get on the road, it's nice and dry. And we got another wagon back here that looks like it's going to be an M conversion. Little 135. This is one of the Tex cars, single turbo. I wish I had my camera when it was pulling in, because we heard him coming down the street. We were both like, what is that? And I said, I don't know, but it sounds cool. Sure enough, single turbo 135. Funny story, the first fast BMW that I was ever in was a single turbo, or actually the first one was a Pure Stage 2 135 that looked exactly like this. I had just moved into my first place by myself. It was my neighbor at the apartment, and he had a black 135 just like this with a Pure Stage 2. Took me for a ride the first day I met him, didn't even know his name, and that was where my interest in modifying my cars really came from. And then after that, he ended up getting a red 135 with a single turbo, had like 700 wheel, and that was the first time I was ever in something that was, to me, insane. So this car actually brings back some memories. It reminds me. I had to get a closer look at this E46 too, man. So this car was actually, I don't know if you guys watched the video that I posted, the meet that was at the BMW dealership around us. I actually saw this car, and I meant to go get up closer to it to show you guys this car, but I forgot to. So funny enough, it's here at A&A Performance. This is one of my favorite E46s. I see this car a lot on Instagram. I see him locally. I don't know how well you guys can see past the tint, but we got some bucket seats in there. Manual transmission. We got some more Apexes. So if you're thinking about what wheels to get for your BMW, Apex is very clearly the answer based on the cars at the shop today. Man, look who we got today at the shop. Everywhere I go, he there, man. Hey, that's like, my boy Paul.
I'm always here. I'm always here.
He everywhere, man. He at the
clean
meets.
Everything. I clean this. I clean that. I clean all this.
And he clean.
Hey, and I'm clean.
And he's clean.
I'm clean.
But for those of you guys who don't know, this is my man Paul. I think he's the best detailer in Atlanta. I think so. I think so.
It's some better detailers than me. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. When you everywhere all at once, it's a reason. When you everywhere all at once, it's a reason.
Hey, you just gotta be humble, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I love all my detailers, like my fellow detailers. You know what I'm saying? No beef.
No beef, man.
I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I'm just one man.
If you in Atlanta, or if your pocket's deep enough, South Carolina, Florida, call this number right here. I promise you. Yeah. For my whole life, I always wash my own vehicles, man. This is the only person who I let wash my car.
Hey,
and you can see he's a very hardworking young man. He got his son with him today, which is always something you gotta respect. So if you guys are in Atlanta, definitely check out Glossy Detailing, man. He is the guy. All right, man. They did just finish. As you guys can see, it is very dark outside. We've been here all day, but we are leaving much faster than we came. I should be able to catch him coming around the corner in a second. There it is. It's coming. I am so excited now. All right, well, it's time for me to pay these guys. and then we can get on out of here. Kenny's gonna give us some revs, man. See how these intakes sound. That sounds crazy, man. We gotta give a big shout out to A&A Performance, man. These guys worked on my car all day. Everything looks perfect. Let me go give them my credit card so I can go home. All right, so we just got back in the car. I got the JB4 app. See how easy this is, man. I've never had JB4 before. I don't even know how this works. All right, so we're on map 2. I think it's that easy, man. Let me make sure this thing is reading. Let's see if it reads the RPMs. Yep. So we're definitely good, man. We're in map 2. All right, let's switch over to the POV view, and then we'll get some pulls and see what you guys think. All right, man, we're leaving A&A Performance. Let's see if JB4 is worth it. Let's do a pull on the way out of here, man. If I can get out of here without tearing my lip off. Ugh. All right, well, it is definitely pulling harder. Those intakes sound wicked. Oh man. This thing definitely pulls harder. It's I think the easiest way to describe it is it feels very natural, the way that the power is coming on. It feels almost like stock, just with definitely some extra power in the mid-range. Yeah, those intakes sound good, man. I can't do too much because it's traffic, and police really love this area. So I don't want to get in any trouble, but oh yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it really start to build boost when it gets to like 4,000 RPMs. There's a very noticeable difference in the amount of boost that comes on in the mid-range. I'm actually excited to try some of the other maps. Maybe I can go to one of these gas stations up here and see if they have any E85, and we can get some E30 pulls on the next map, which is supposed to be a lot faster. But so far I like it. A lot of people with the JB4, they said that there's like a big delay with the power. They said that it doesn't feel smooth. I mean, this feels like stock to me. I mean, the power band, like the way the boost comes on, it feels completely stock. It feels timed perfectly. There's no delay. There is a much higher amount of boost in the mid-range, and I think that may be leading to some people feeling like there's a delay, but I certainly don't think there's a delay. I think this car just makes its stock power in the mid-range, and the JB4 is not a flash tune which changes your power band. So with the power being made in the mid-range as it is, the JB4 is going to amplify that even more, right? So man, I don't know how well you guys can hear the intakes on camera, but they sound so good, man. They sounds so good. The throttle feels so much more responsive. I gotta chill out a little bit, man. This is a cop that's right in front of me. We'll come back to the video after we're away from this police officer. Yeah, there's definitely a good power increase in the mid-range. It feels perfect. Right now, on this map that we're on, we should be making around 550 wheel. I think that it's really going to be a lot more noticeable in third and fourth gear when I can get on the highway. Right now it's 6 o'clock. There's just way too much traffic, so I can't really go past third gear. But I can tell from the way that it's building boost, from the way that this car is picking up in the rev range that it's in now, that in fourth gear it's going to be insane. We'll put in some E30, get some pulls that way, and that should take us right to 600 wheel on map 3. Map 4, map 5, we should be making 620 and then 630/640 with a full E40 blend. So that'll definitely give us some nice gains. The car feels really good as it is. I'm excited to try the E85. I want to see, I'm gonna go to this racetrack right here and see if they have E85, because a lot of times the racetracks around here have it. So I'm gonna check and see. Whew. Man, this thing is fast. Jesus. Gotta be careful now. GSP is not about to like me. I know that I said I was gonna stop at that one racetrack, but obviously there was no E85 there. Whatever. So we are on the highway going to another racetrack that I know has E85. The little pool that you guys just saw a second ago, I just found out after I stopped the car that I can run map 3 with 93 octane, which made me super excited, because this thing definitely picks up speed now. But I don't want to do any more pulls right here, because this is a very common spot for GSP to sit in, and I'm not trying to get locked up tonight. So let me get off the highway here in a second. We'll go pump some E85, and then we'll get some more clips. So we're gonna go E85. We're gonna do 5 gallons of that, and then the rest with 93. All right, we got the E85 in the car. Now we get the pleasure of doing the same thing again, this time just with 93. I haven't mixed fuels together in like 5 years, man. This feels so cool. And now we just let her fill the rest of the way up. And we gotta drive just a little bit chill for a few minutes to let the fuel mix. Whenever you guys do an ethanol mix on your car, do not get in it and start doing pulls right away. The fuel needs to mix. What can happen if you start doing pulls right away is you could pick up fuel that doesn't have a high enough ethanol content, and it can cause throttle closures, it can cause misfires. I mean, God forbid, it can even cause a complete engine failure. I mean, it's very unlikely that that would happen, but it is completely possible. So make sure you're not doing pulls as soon as you mix your fuel. All right, y'all, we made it back into the car. Let's go ahead and change our map over. It says we're on map 0, searching for JB4. Okay, we got to give it a little second. Once it finds it, configuring JB4 should change. Yeah, map 3. So boom, we're gonna go ahead. I want to just jump straight to map 5, but we're gonna go map 4 first and see how the car does, and we'll go from there. Let me drive around for a little bit. Maybe once we get on the highway we can do some pulls. All right, y'all, so we just left racetrack. It's been about 10 minutes. 10, maybe a little bit less, but the car feels pretty good. I just did like a little baby like half throttle pull to see, you know, if I felt anything out of the ordinary before we did the first real pull in it. But let's give it to you guys. Oh goodness, bro, this thing is fucking fast now. Yeah, this thing is fast. The way that it goes from 70 to 90 is just hold on, bro. Hold on. I don't know why there's so much traffic in the middle of the night. Like, there's never this much traffic on the highway at this time, and it's like I'm trying to give you guys a couple pulls so y'all can see. And of course there's traffic now. Let's try a little bit slower. Let's try from like 60, 55, 60. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. E85 was definitely the move, mixing in a little bit of E30. It woke this thing up even more. Hold on. Whew. So right now, we should be making a little over 600 wheel. We are on map 4. There is still one more map to go. I don't think I'm gonna switch over to it tonight. I think I wanna do a full day of data logging and everything and look over the E30 mix on map 4. Before I push the last little bit of boost out of this thing using map 5. The car feels good. I don't feel any sort of hesitation or breaking up in the upper RPMs, but I haven't really got to open it up because I don't know, there's traffic at the worst time possible. But hopefully we can get through this and get a pull in. How to get off right here, so JB4, definitely worth the money. I mean, half the price of the flash tune. This car feels so much faster now. I really don't know what to say. I think for the amount of money that I spent on this, well worth it, especially with the combination of the front mount intakes. They sound absolutely insane. I went through a tunnel earlier, and the way these things echoed off the tunnel is sick. You get a lot of intake noise inside the car and outside the car, so you can hear it coming, and really improves the driving experience. Sounds good. And I think Burger Motorsports says that they are good for 20 wheel horsepower on their own. So with no tune, these intakes add another 20 wheel horsepower based on what the manufacturer says. They got dyno runs to prove it. So and plus, I mean, you're taking the airbox from under the hood where it's a little bit warm. You have a closed airbox with the stock intake. You're moving those to the front of the vehicle where it's pulling in cold air, with no restriction. I mean, it makes complete sense that it would make another 20 wheels. This thing is wicked, man. I believe them. I am going to get off the highway here. Today's video. There is one last little spot where I like to do a 120 wheel horsepower from where we were at before. Just a little bit of E85 and a piggyback tune. The G80 is a cheat code, man. It really is. At the shop. If y'all have any questions about JB4, the install process, what the car feels like, anything about the different maps, leave me a comment. I'd be more than happy to answer. Anyways, hope y'all did enjoy this video. I'm out.